This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
Folks, can we stop? Can we stop? Enough already. Enough already. Tua's not worried about their tackles. I just saw this. Who was this? Who was this? What was it? Oh God, whatever. Some guy here says, Cigar Social. However, I feel Tua may have been concerned with his left tackle and right tackle. Possibly the nerves got to him. This is a guy that played with Jesse Davis and Austin Jackson. SoCal did the same thing to me on Twitter. Okay? Love SoCal, love Cigar Social. You know I love you guys to death. All right? This effing guy, and I'm talking about Tua, is not afraid of anything. You can't do to him anything that Castro has not done already. So Cigar Social tweets back to me about, where is it here? You know, he sends me a tweet of some other guy. Well, he might have been worried about his left tackle. He might have been thinking about it. The guy's played with no offensive line. He now has a line. Something. From the left guard to the right tackle, he was fine. It was just one guy. Brandon Shell was back to right tackle, and he did a decent job. Go look at the game. He wasn't pressured on those throws that he missed. None of them. The only one was the Wilson one that he still threw it through the window where Wilson was supposed to be, but unfortunately Wilson falls instead of turning around because I guess he didn't read the pressure the same way. So he wanted to run another route, and he ends up getting tripped up, and then it turns up into a turnover. But overall, all the receivers were open. He was clear to throw the ball. He played with Brian Flores, who hated him. He played with a line that couldn't block for 2 years. For Christ's sake, he plays with broken ribs and a broken knuckle. You're going to think he's afraid? I'm afraid. If I bust my hip like he did, there's no effing way I'm getting back into an NFL game. That mother effer is back 10 months later. Tua's the toughest, most fearless son of a bitch out there. Tua crushes all of these narratives. This is the guy that gets his head clocked in Buffalo in the first half and comes back and beats their ass in the second half. There is not 1 ounce of fear in Tua Tagovailoa. 0. He was fearless playing with a shitty coaching staff and no offensive line and no running game and no quarterbacks coach, no offensive coordinators, and he was fearless. So the guy that puts his shoulder into somebody you think is afraid? Come on, man. Tua doesn't get nervous because of this. This is the guy that comes off the bench in the national championship game with ice in his veins and wins it. This is a guy that hits 4th and 7 and 3rd and 22. This guy, I get it. It's the size, right? That's what it is. He's not 6'5", so he must be scared. He's not 6'5", so he's got to be fragile. He's 6'5". He's not 6'5", so, there he is. He's going to be nervous. You guys got to stop this. You got to stop this. All the examples are he's one of the toughest son of a bitches you'll ever see. You think he really needed to sit out for 2 weeks with that concussion? He would have been back the following week. Ethan Carter might be out for the year with the concussion, but it doesn't affect Tua the same way. Everybody's different. This guy, I busted my ankles. Oh, wait a minute. Let's wire them with titanium so it doesn't happen again. Who the thinks about that? You know anybody else that does that, by the way? I'm sorry, I must have missed it. Please tell me the guy that wires his ankles with titanium so he can continue to play. Where is the fear? I'm just like, for 2 years, I got to be here defending this young man and defending all of this stuff that people come up with. He can't throw. He's lazy, not tough enough, can't handle tough coaching. And now he was afraid and nervous about his tackles. Brother, he wouldn't be nervous if my sorry ass was out there blocking. Well, maybe he would. I mean, come on, man. Afraid? That's not in Tua's vocabulary. That's not in Tua's understanding. That's not in his mantra. That's not his modus operandi. It's not who he is. It's not what he stands for. Everything that's told you about him is that he's my Yorkie. He's my Yorkie, that he is fearless, dude. Absolutely fearless. Zero nervousness in that guy. He was off. He had a bad day like you have, like I have, like we all have. Every one of us goes through it. That's all that happened on Sunday. It was a bad day. He was trying. I'm telling you he wasn't nervous. He was just trying way too hard to get a victory for his head coach against his former team. That's it. That's all. Nothing more, nothing less. Don't look into it too much. Guys were open. He hits all of those throws every single time. Deadly accurate. Just off that day. That's it. Don't look at it in anything else. He'll be fine. You're going to get a pissed off Tua this week. You're going to get a focused Tua this week. You're going to get a Tua that is going to be deadly accurate. He is going to be so motivated to redeem himself that it's going to be a lot of fun to watch him this week. I can't wait for Sunday night. Sunday night can't get here fast enough. Why? Because I'm the polar opposite of some of you out there. I have total faith in this kid. I have total faith that he'll turn it around. I have total faith that what I saw on Sunday was a complete aberration, because what I've watched the rest of the year is who he is. It's what he was at Alabama. What I saw on Sunday is what I never see from Tua Tagovailoa. So then I'm going to chalk it up to a one-timer. It's over. Next week or this Sunday, I'm going to see the Tua that I've been spoiled with this season. Watch. He'll be fine. But afraid, nervous, he's been in way bigger moments. One game, that's all it took. Weak fan base. Drago, Big O, I think Tua was so hyped to win for his coach that he was overthrowing his players. He needs to calm down. He tried, and that's why he started short hopping balls. He was just off. Exactly. That's it. Squeezing that ball too tight, letting it go too early, letting it go too late. He just was off. That's all. Nothing wrong with that, dude. He's not the first quarterback that's had off days. By the way, he's not the first quarterback that throws the ball short, not the first quarterback that overthrows somebody, not the first quarterback that has a bad play, but apparently he is. Because apparently, that's why I had fun showing other quarterbacks underthrowing and all that, because everybody, I saw Brady yesterday underthrow a guy. I didn't want to put it out there because I think we've hammered that one already. But it's like It only happens to Tua. That's kind of the way it gets phrased, you know? Yeah, no, he got nervous. What made you think he was nervous? Did you look at him? Did he look nervous? He didn't look nervous to me. He looked pissed. That's what he looked like to me. He looked like he was pissed that he was not sharp and he was hard on himself like he normally is. And I love that about him. You'll see. He'll be fine this week. 100% fine.
This is the Big O Show.